there have been several myths which have traditionally been passed down from one generation to the other. And now I'm speaking more like a clinician. And out of my experience of more than 30 years in clinical medicine, as a practitioner of diabetes, also as a teacher of medicine and diabetes, there have been so many myths even amongst the scientifically apparently awakened segments of society. I just give you one or two examples. For example, when a patient has diabetes, the common notion is that he has to stop taking carbohydrates. And he also starts counseling the other diabetics, because what happens is that one person, if a person has been having a diabetes over a period of time, then he also enjoys being a counselor to a newly detected diabetic. So that becomes, a good, not only hobby, but he thinks he's acting as a good Samaritan. And therefore he will say, look here, मैं तो 10 साल से कार्बोहाइड्रेट नहीं खाया, आपने भी नहीं खाना, इससे शुगर बढ़ता है. But the truth is contrary. See, if you go by the strict scientific principles of diet across the world, in case of a diabetic or even in case of a non-diabetic, in case of any individual for that matter, carbohydrate is the largest constituent of your balanced meal over the 24 hours. It comprises nearly 60% or so of your 24-hour intake of meal. And also because carbohydrate is the main source of energy for the body. And even in case of a diabetic, it is the carbohydrate which stimulates the production of insulin from pancreas. But somehow this myth spreads. Yes, of course, we have different categories of carbohydrates. We have the complex carbohydrates, we have the simple carbohydrates, and there the discretion has to be exercised depending on the individual patient or the individual requirements, which of course a dietitian or a clinician or your doctor could advise you about. But you could not simply say that carbohydrate is not to be taken at all.